big fan, Breezy. Yo, I'm right back at it with the part two. But yo, I wanted to just continue some of the conversation because I didn't get to everything. And y'all gonna have to watch the, not to say it like that, but I tried to clip up the episode. I couldn't do it, so you know, I'll try to do it again this episode. But shout out to Big Priest. Nets fans is the best fans. Oh, what up though, Big Priest? What's good, man?
What up with it? What's
Chilling,
good
man.
with it?
I wanted to talk about do you do you think, well, I'll tell you how I feel. The question was though in the title of the last episode that we didn't really address much was, do you think that the fans enjoy the game more with betting? And I would say yes, responsibly. If you're a responsible better, then you know not to get too caught up into the betting, and to just remember to enjoy the game and not only enjoy it because you win. You know what I'm saying? But in a nutshell, that's how I feel. Without further elaboration, how you feel about it?
I think yes and no. I
Okay.
think when you talk about like fantasy, I think that plays a big part in it, a big
Mhm.
role.
What you mean by that?
Like fantasy sports. So
Okay.
able to I think that helps with following the game and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Um
Yeah, I agree with that because you got to get the stats to add up
yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as just straight up gambling, I think that's kind of a good and a bad kind of. So again, it's all about responsibility. So, but for
Yeah,
sure, I think it has brought more eyes to it, but it's brought more casuals to it too. So I don't know how I feel about it.
yeah.
It's a
It's
lot
like
more
I feel like
casual
the fans are
things.
more engaged, but they're more fanatic. Like they're only saying shoot it because they want you to make that parlay, and they
Mhm.
so let down when you miss. Like, but they on the high when they win it. So it's like you said, it's good and bad to it. You know what I'm saying? I would say again, the emphasis on responsibility, not necessarily could be good or bad. But if you're not responsible, then it's bad. But if you are responsible, then it's good. I'll just put it like that.
Mhm.
It was another part of the show that I was in the title that I wanted to talk about. What was it exactly though? Let me see. I said sports betting with fun to watch. Oh yeah, now we addressed everything. But to the title of this show, um listen, it's how important is Cam Thomas to the rebuild? Me personally, I think he's essential. I think the fact that he can play off ball or on ball is something that you're gonna ask for a player. Like, you're gonna need the player to do what Cam Thomas does and more. Like, you're not gonna need less of what he does, like less of a defender or less of an offensive player. And you again, if again, I don't see how fans don't see that teams don't win if they don't know how to generate points. Even with the Miami Heat, they're known for playing defense, but they can't score the ball. Even when you look at the Knicks tonight, I mean, let's talk about that too. Excuse me, Big Priest. Let's talk about the Knicks loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk
I
about the
enjoyed it
playoffs.
thoroughly, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought that they just asking Brunson to do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Mikal Bridges
And
shot not
Cat is
reliable.
Cat is boy.
Yeah, he's selling, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Everybody talking about, oh, the Knicks won the trade. I'm like, did y'all really? Because it looked like Brunson carrying.
And
I'm
it
not
looked like
gonna lie.
Randall is cooking over there in Minnesota.
We gonna look at some stats. We gonna look at some stats too, because that's another part of the show that was in the title that we didn't even talk about that. We talking so much about the draft, which is great. Shit, we've been waiting for this day. But to your point, Randall, tonight. He had what? 13 for 18, 43 minutes, 29 points. He had 5 turnovers, but he had 8 rebounds and 2 offensive.
5 assists.
Yeah, he facilitating too. So and they got the win. You know what I'm saying? So he was essential. It looked like he was giving Draymond Green that work. That's what it looked like. You know what I mean? Word.
DPOY.
Draymond Green was giving him work. That's straight work. They lost because Draymond they had nothing for that Randall matchup. That's what it looked like for me. Like when it, and I didn't see the play by play and I didn't see the game, you know.
I did.
But so all right, walk us through it though, bro. What happened?
Randall was kind of getting whatever he wanted. Ant turned into kind of the facilitator. So that's maybe why you saw the turnovers on Randall. But
Okay.
as far as the way he was able to get into the body of whoever was guarding him and get into the paint and really control that thing. Yeah, against the quote unquote again defensive player of the year, you know. So it's to me they they can say who won the trade, who this, that, and the third. To me, I feel like you could say both teams won, but I feel like Randall is what Anthony Edwards. They work very well together. I'll put it like that. Make a long
Okay.
story short.
So my thing is this it's all about the results when it comes to the Knicks and the Wolves. The both of them in the the Wolves won and they in the conference finals. That's the only thing acceptable for the Knicks. If they don't do that, then they lost the trade. That's plain and simple.
Because they get, and it ain't just the cap portion, it's the giving up all that draft capital to get Mikal. And I'm not mad at it, of course.
But do you think they won that trade?
We don't know yet. We don't know what these picks and everything gonna turn into.
Yeah, we don't know how far they're gonna go with their season either. We don't know. We don't really know. When we look at that game, did you see that game? The Knicks
Yeah, I saw
the,
more of that game than the other one.
yeah, I seen some of this game too. The threes was landing, but they did get to the paint more than they did in the
They
last
did
few.
drive more, and
Yeah,
that's
I
what.
seen that.
And when they had the big lead, they started to be smarter, take smarter shots, get better looks, and not just jack threes, which I thought was the biggest issue with what they was doing.
To your point, they took 49 3-pointers. They were 22 out of 49. That's 44%. That's good in today's NBA. They shot 44 field goals. So half of their field goals were 3-pointers. I mean, no, not half of them. Well, almost a little more than half, but still, it was way better than it was prior than
Yeah,
um Cornette. I thought he stood out tonight, man.
defensively, absolutely.
Yeah, he was slapping shit, bro. I seen him get like 2, 3 blocks. Good block, clean blocks. Like not a foul, not because the ref didn't call it. Like good blocks. Like I didn't even know
He
he was
had
a good
7
defender.
blocks.
Like he's a good defender. Like okay, that's what's up.
I think that team as a whole all decided that they were going to win that basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
the way Jaylen Brown played, the way
took
you know,
17 shots. That he. I like how they spread the
very
ball.
efficient.
Yeah, yeah. I like Missoula doing that with giving White 16 shots, giving Brown 17, giving Pritchard 17. So you got a guy off of the bench taking 17 shots, even though he took 14 3-pointers out of 17, but still. Um they yeah. What do you think about the
I
coaching
wasn't
part? Do you
of
think
the. I
Missoula
wasn't
outcoached
of
Tibbs?
the. I think his players just performed and executed. I wasn't of the opinion, and not just because I dislike the Knicks, even though that might be the reason why people assume that I make the statement. I wasn't of the belief that the Celtics were just done because Tatum got hurt. I felt like that's a
Right.
good basketball team.
Right.
Um, and it takes more, and they don't just play one player.
That's a fact. Yeah,
So
no, but another thing I realized is Porzingis wasn't getting no clock. He wasn't
Cornette
really
was,
getting no clock. Yeah. What'd you say?
and we didn't see him. Cornette was, and then we
Oh
didn't
yeah,
really see
yeah.
Cornette in the first 4 games.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That was a smart decision too. Again, even though what I didn't want to see is Josh Hart. You know what I'm saying? A bleeding
Yeah,
heart for no pun intended, but it was
bleeding
like
heart is crazy.
yeah, I didn't see an intentional like non-basketball move. I seen Cornette accidentally putting his hands up, and it didn't even look bad like when it happened, but it's
These people
skin
is
and
thin
it's an
skinned.
elbow.
Another pun.
Yeah, no, but it's like a it's an elbow, so it's like I get it, you know.
Cat was 5 of 11 for 19 points, only 8 rebounds. I mean,
If you supposed to be a second,
you're not gonna get 5 3-pointers from Josh Hart on a normal basis.
right,
Drew
and he
Holiday been
was
doing a hell of a job on Brunson.
see, and this another thing too about OG. Like, yeah, he's gonna give you some good games where he scored a ball, but can you rely on him for offense? Because look at tonight. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even realize he was 1 for 12, and it was a nice shot when he made it. I was like, I thought he was hooping, but it was just that one shot he made. It was like step back three. I was like, oh, that was nice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't a fan, but I ain't gonna lie. When I seen him do that, I said, oh, I might
You're
have a
more
game.
used to seeing Horford and Pritchard and Holiday and these people. Um,
What's the excuse for what's the but priest? What's the excuse for Hart getting more shots than Towns? Even if Cat in foul trouble, I'm still like he's got to shoot the ball, bro. Definitely more than Josh Hart. Definitely more than OG Anobi.
I agree.
Definitely more than Mikal Bridges. So you trying to tell me he wasn't even the number one option in the last game? I mean, the number two option he was in the last game. Just looking at the numbers, he was the 2, 3, 4, fifth option. You're not going to beat the Boston Celtics like that. Come on, man. That shit don't make no sense. Damn, they in trouble, bro. If this is what they doing, they in
If they
trouble.
lose Game 6, I think they're gonna lose the series.
If they come back to Boston, I don't see how the Knicks.
That's what
I
I'm
don't see
saying.
how the Knicks. Yeah,
If they
seriously, like
lose Game 6, I think they lose the series.
with
Regardless,
Tatum out,
I was gonna pick
Pacers.
gonna pick who is that? Indiana anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I I would never in my whole life pick the Knicks.
Jalen Brown had 12 assists.
He went
Right.
to a facilitator. That's the thing. He was driving and kicking. He was getting his spots on the court. Man,
Mm-hmm.
look,
Tough. Listen, I respect it. I think him doing this, it shows, like, yo, this is still a good team. And if I got to lead this team, I'm going to lead this team. And this is what I'm saying. Like, the
he
number
was
two
Finals
option,
MVP.
the number two option makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, Tatum not there. Who's the number two option? We not going to really play Porzingis. So the number two option is Derek White. That makes sense. And then, far as the best offensive player on the bench, or is probably Peyton Pritchard. If I had to
The
choose who's the
sixth
best
man of the
offensive,
year.
yeah, if I had to choose who's the best offensive player, Peyton Pritchard or Drew Holiday, I'm gonna say Peyton Pritchard. You know what I'm saying? But still, at the end of the day, I just agree with Missoula on the minutes that he shared. and it was he beat the Knicks, man. Good shit, man. I hope y'all beat them next game, man. You know, they got 2 more games. I'm only being petty to say that we won the trade, but as of now, like you said, we don't know what pick we're going to get. But
But
based
that
on
also affects them, you know what I mean, moving forward. Because if they wanted to get a Giannis, which everybody keep talking about, I would. Oh my God! But
Y'all still here? Only the Nets, man. Only the Nets fans, baby.
we still
You
here,
already, you
we ain't even
already know.
talk about the
3:13
playoffs.
a.m.
Man.
3:13 a.m. That's
It
crazy.
was
And nobody on the podcast or nobody talking about about their team. Nobody at 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? Breezy, you're the realest. You're the realest, my guy.
I mean, I
You
do
know what
what
I
I
mean? Big
can.
Breeze, you're the realest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
I'd have
mean?
been later than this.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. 435. You know what I mean? Yeah, if we'd have won the number one pick, we would have been on the stream like 24 hours. Our iPhones would have burnt out. We would have been on the stream
I'm a
24 hours. You already
I'm a
know.
Samsung person myself, but
Oh,
yeah,
no, I'm saying either Sam, whatever device. You know what I mean? Whatever it would have crashed. It would have crashed. You already know. Facts.
Yeah, shout out to
Facts. We
people.
needed that number one pick though, Breezy. I feel sad
Nah,
as
we
fuck though.
good, yo.
I feel sad as fuck, Breezy. Yo, only
Listen,
yo,
no,
the Nets deserve the number one pick the most. You know that, right? All the shit that we've been through. I'm not
yes,
gonna talk about what we've been through. You already
nah,
know.
huge, yo.
2020, 21, 22, you know what I mean? All that
Yeah,
shit we've been through, we deserve. You're right. It's not just we're not I'm not just saying this shit because I love the Nets, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like just all around all 30 teams, the Nets deserve it because everybody hurt them. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that play, hurt them, left them. You know what I'm saying? Turn their back on them. You already know. You already know. And we did nothing but, right? I'm talking about the Nets did nothing but like best sweet things for these motherfuckers. And then they turn around and abandoned us. You already know. Not us, not me, you, or
no, I
Big
get what
Breeze. You
you're
know what I
saying.
mean? Like,
Yeah, no,
left
no.
them
Listen,
hanging, left them
that's what I'm
hanging.
again,
You
no,
saying.
already know. You
It's
already
just
know.
crazy. So Dallas
Mhm.
lose Luca, but we lost KD, Harden, and Kyrie.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying. And the COVID thing, you already know all the shit with the little man pulling the shit on us. I'm talking about everything and
We was
all the
supporting the
haters,
league's
Breezy, all the
agenda with
Nets.
that stupid ass vaccine. Benching Kyrie. I mean, we did enough for the league to reward us. You know what I'm saying? They should have been rewarded Josiah. He been a good soldier for the league.
Yo, crazy thing. Like some people around me that I know, I sometimes, I do want to maybe punch them in the face, but they don't like the Nets. I mean, I fuck with them. You know what I mean? Like on some other shit, like, but they be hating on the Nets. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Because they never won. I gotta just take it
Technically,
or
we
whatever.
won
Like close
two
my mouth or some
championships.
shit. Like.
The eighth pick not good
Technically,
enough though.
technically, we won two championships in the ABA.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
talking about like 30 for whatever years, last 20 years,
Those
I
shits
mean,
count.
never won the championship, so I can't say shit. They, bad people used to be like, "You like the Nets, man?" I'd be like, "Yo, I don't like the Nets. What are you talking about? I love the Nets. Stop playing that." And they be, some people be like, "It's the Nets, man. They're never gonna win." You know how
Okay.
yeah,
that shit
but
make me
not,
feel, Breezy? But what
yeah,
I'm gonna
not.
say, you know what I mean? What I'm gonna say, I'd be like, yo, all right. I'd be like, all right, whatever. Let's change the
You
subject. I'd be
gotta
like,
be
yo.
optimistic, man. Listen, I'm telling you. Look, this is what I'm
But
trying to tell you.
they kind of speaking facts though. You know what I'm saying, Breezy? Because they be like, it's the Nets.
No,
They
no.
be like, it's
Listen,
the Nets,
listen. No,
man.
That's
no.
not a
Listen.
fact saying that the Nets
That's
never
it's an
gonna win.
opinion, bro. That's not a fact. They talking about stuff because it's easy to say that now, but they didn't
That
say
shit
that
hurt
when
my
we was.
feelings though. I ain't
You
gonna
heard what
lie,
Gilbert
man.
Arena
I'm
said
here.
on his
I'm here.
podcast. You heard what Gilbert Arena said on his podcast the other day about
Nah,
Who,
what's that?
me? Oh,
with a panel. Did you hear what Gilbert Arena said about?
nah,
What he say?
nah.
I mean, to paraphrase it, he said the owner could just slumlord it. He don't have to be competitive because this is a big market, so he could just make his money and don't have to put out a good team.
That's right. That's
Mm.
right.
This,
That's
that's
And
scary
Gary
crazy.
for
knows
us
that
fans.
because the Knicks are making
Scared
money.
of that.
The
The
Knicks
Knicks,
made money for years with
yeah, but they
shit water
making
out there.
double now.
Yeah,
You should
I'm
see the
saying
tickets.
everybody in the panel, Scott, everybody,
Yeah,
y'all
and
really think?
Joe
Yeah,
Tsai made more money when he had Katie and Kyrie in them.
Right, exactly. You don't
I'm
have to
saying
win to
y'all
make
think
money, and for
they're
them,
gonna
it's
win the
good.
championship any fucking time soon, man?
They don't
Anybody
care
thinks?
about winning the championship because they know you coming back.
No, I'm talking about the Nets. I'm talking. I'm
Oh,
gonna let it go. I just want to see one championship. That's it.
Hey,
That's
hey,
crazy.
hold on
of
real quick,
course.
peoples, because
That's wild.
I wanted to ask Scott a question.
Sure.
Scott,
Damn, yeah.
you
Damn.
believe, like I believe, the tanking don't work?
No, of course not. Don't work.
Okay,
Of
good.
course it don't work. I said that halfway through the season. I said, everybody, oh, we winning games. I said, yo, look, that has nothing to do with it. Oh, everybody, look, I told you that this is a business. This is
Entertainment
a
Nah,
purpose.
just
business.
what are the odds though? What are the unluckiest odds, Scott? That we fucking after the 9, I was
Why
I
would they
paused.
not
When they say the
why would they
names,
not send Cooper Flag to Dallas after sending Luca to the Lakers?
Better story.
that
It fits better and it
Way better.
works. And it's a nice market. And he likes
nah,
it.
Scott, nah,
Everything is
man.
work. Oh, why not?
That's crazy, Scott. Yo, you look so much better with the Nets. You know that because
No, they don't
they don't
need
want
the
that. They
Nets
don't
to
want that to happen.
they don't
They don't want that
need
to
the
happen.
Nets to have him.
Yeah.
When you got the Knicks, they got the money here. They already got the money.
They
It
Oh,
don't
don't
that's
even
why they're
just
not
matter.
get
gonna
a
keep the
Knicks
number
shit.
1 pick because we got the
It
big
don't
market.
matter to
Is that why
them.
big market? Is that because the Nets
It
still
don't
big
matter
market?
to them. How much
That's
bigger it's going to be? Everybody's already throwing money in Manhattan.
yeah. No, I get it. I'm saying I'm
You
saying
should
like
have felt 7th Avenue the other day when the fucking Knicks took that 3-1 lead.
And
What? That whole shit was packed.
a third of them was from Brooklyn.
That's a
that
fact.
that that's what I'm saying. People in
They not
Brooklyn,
true
they
to
got
this,
mad
bro.
Nets haters in Brooklyn. Mad
They're
Nets
not
haters.
I'm
true
just
to this.
saying they not worried about anything like that. With Cooper Flag coming here, they needed him in Dallas.
That's
They
wild.
needed him in Midwest
Why?
But
because
you know
Why?
there's
what?
money.
You know
Because they
what? It's
pissed.
a lot of
There's politics
little
beyond.
young.
I can't
It's a
tell
lot
you.
of little young, fair-skinned people that
I
would have
can't tell you the
gravitated towards the
politics on
Nets
it.
if Cooper Flag was there in Brooklyn.
But I
It's a
can't
fact.
tell you the politics on that. But
Now I'm saying it's not even the color though. We just needed the, something to kickstart. You know what I mean? Like to be somebody
they
again.
not,
I don't know. To
dude.
be
They not.
You know what I mean, Scott?
The Nets
The
are gonna
color
get their
has something to do
opportunity
with it.
later. They're gonna
This
get
shit
their
is
opportunity.
depressing. I ain't trying to bring y'all down more, but this shit is really sad though. I
Well, they're
can't
gonna
believe
have a good
we got the
team.
fucking 8th pick, Scott.
They're gonna make
Come on,
sure they're
man.
gonna have a good team, though.
That shit. Would he even get like a 4? Or fucking would he even get like 5? It wasn't gonna make me happy, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't gonna be
But
crazy
motherfuckers would have
thrilled.
been mad if we even got 4 too, though.
Well, I'm
No, it
saying would
don't
he even get
matter.
no 4, my guys?
No, 8
That's
is not
So
why.
they
bad.
would have, you know what they would have said? If we got 4, they would have said, if we'd have lost more, we'd have got 3. If
Right,
we'd have lost more, we'd have
right,
got 2.
right.
Man, these people,
I
come
just
on.
wanted to put that fantasy NBA GM stuff to rest.
No, I'm saying
Stop
I
it.
think we would have been much more not calmer, but would have been like more like, okay, at 4,
The logic don't work.
we get like
No, it don't work.
VJ
It don't.
Edgecombe or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. 8, and then what if what's the name? Wizards? Somebody was saying earlier, right? Wizards gonna
I would rather have
take
Jeremiah Fears
Derek
than
Queen,
VJ.
and then what if
Yeah, me
we
too.
miss out on
Anyway.
Jeremiah Fears too? What if, and Mount Malawat? That's why
I
and
wanted him
Malawat.
anyway.
You're not gonna
I
miss
didn't
out
want
on
it
all of
VJ.
them.
How? Because like they look 5, 6, 7. They got 4. 4 probably Edgecombe,
They
and then
even
after that
talking
5,
about
they're probably gonna
they
pick
even
them.
talking about Ace might drop.
Yeah, he
Maybe,
might.
yeah,
He might.
maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason he's gonna get
Listen,
dropped.
it'll work out. Trust me. Trust me on
Because
this.
the one thing that people don't realize, it's a higher percentage that no matter no matter how much you lose, you have a higher percentage of losing the lottery.
And now we gotta
Right.
wait for the draft night. Oh my god.
Right.
Oh my god.
No matter how much you lose, you have a higher percentage of losing the lottery.
Yeah, you're not.
Hold on.
It doesn't work.
Hold on, y'all. I wanted to go to Easy and hear how he feel about the playoffs, because we didn't get to the playoff talk last, you know what I'm saying, stream. We were talking heavy with the draft, so I just wanted to address some of the stuff that we didn't get to. How you feel about the Wolves beating the Warriors? Easy.
Hold on, give me a second. Hold on, let me put my headphones on. Give me a second.
I asked Big Priest. I ain't get to Scott yet. We're gonna get to Scott too.
Yo, you can hear me? Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the question now? What's going on?
How you feel about the Wolves? I mean, Ant-Man taking down Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
You would
Well,
But he
no
didn't
Curry.
take down Curry.
Minus Curry, yeah.
You
Curry
would-
would have beat them.
You would ask me that question. You would ask me how Golden State doing right now, right? I know you would ask me that shit. I know. Trying to get that. Okay. Listen, man. I was talking to one of my Warriors brother, man. Yo, the minute you saw that hammy pull, it was over, man. You should have just accepted the loss from there. The minute you saw him grab his hammy, it was over.
Yeah.
Look how amazing fucking Steph Curry is at this age. Look how important he is. That's crazy. He almost pretty much got swept. You already know that guy's the guy, man. That's the guy.
If that man was there, that's a series
that's
that's
the guy
still
right
going
there.
on.
Nah,
If anything, they probably could have won.
No, Curry
Yeah.
is that guy,
That's
yo.
true.
Curry's that guy.
But, I guess this is the year of injuries real quick. You know what I'm saying? I guess because, this shit is getting crazy now. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well, it happens every playoff.
And
Players get injured all the time.
y'all know when it counts the most,
Some worse
Curry
than
played
others.
defense. You know that, Breezy. You seen it in the
Yeah.
finals too. He played defense.
I didn't even care about that goddamn game. I mean,
No,
I
I'm
just
just saying.
to watch it,
Curry played defense though. That guy's too nice. That guy's too nice. People don't
What it
realize.
really showed is how much Steve Kerr full of crap with not playing Kuminga.
Oh, you already know the NBA business. That's
Yeah,
business right there. That's
Right.
business right there
That
being
was-
played out.
That's the politics of
Mhm.
Right
I
there.
was about to
You
say
think
that.
There's
Steve
a
Kerr's
story behind that too. That
you think Steve Kerr's an uprighteous and good guy kind of guy? No. There's politics going on right there too. If somebody,
I want to come out
upper
my
management,
house.
if upper management tell you something to do, yeah, you gotta do that shit, bro. Yeah, he just gotta find a way. You got one of the better scorers on your bench, and you don't even use that man at all. Yeah, I know what's going on. It's all good.
That's why I said send him to Brooklyn. I'll
It's
take
all,
it.
for the right price, though. For the right price. For the right
Hey.
price.
Listen, sometimes when you
so-
say the truth,
So who's behind us? Who got money for to sign whatever? If Kuminga, whatever, or Nas Reed, how much they got, and how much we got? Maybe the other team, win us. You know what I mean?
Nas
Beat
Reed on
us.
contract for I think one more season.
I
Say
don't
it
think
again.
Minnesota letting Nas Reed go. They're
For
gonna
real.
do whatever they can to keep
yeah, they're going to
Ant-Man,
try to keep him.
Hell yeah.
to
Of
keep
course they
Ant-Man
is.
competitive.
Just like we're going to try to keep Cam Thomas. I'm going to
Like,
tell you right now,
hold
people going to stop talking about my dude. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him.
Hey,
Look.
I don't dislike Cam Thomas.
What are you talking
I
about?
just
Scott?
don't know if he's gonna be a part of
They
plan
future.
for
I
yeah.
dig that part. But what I'm saying is when you
because you
start
gotta
putting
do,
out
look
in
at
the-
who you're dealing with
in
too.
the universe that we want to get rid of him, they already want to try to, maybe they don't want to pay him, or they don't want to pay him as much, which is understandable because that's the business part of the NBA.
Yeah.
They
Because
don't
I
wanna-
think Jordy wants two-way players.
When is
That's
his
the thing,
contract
too.
up? When is his
Yo,
contract up?
Ant-Man had 12 assists.
You gotta look at it like this. The Houston fans love
Cam can
Jalen
do
Green.
that.
Yo,
Right.
Jalen Green was horrible in the
The
playoffs.
Houston
One
fans
good game.
love, but
He's
see,
trash, Breezy. He's trash.
just like Brooklyn Nets fans love Cam Thomas, the Houston fans love Jalen Green.
Right.
But
That's
Jalen
crazy.
Green might get
That's
moved.
crazy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand the
Because if he
business
don't fit
aspect.
the
And it's
direction
possible. It's always possible.
if he don't fit the direction that the organization or the head coach or all these people want to go,
Or the money.
these players will get moved.
I don't know, Priest. I'm getting mixed reviews from some Houston fans. I'm hearing some of them saying, "Yo, this guy he don't know basketball. He don't understand the game." And right
He
now,
got,
he in the
he
spot
got
where
shut
where-
down. He
Hold
got
on,
shut
people.
down by the Warriors.
Hold on, people, real quick. He don't understand the game. He don't have a feel for the game right now, and his bag is so limited. He don't know how to take advantage and do the things that we think theoretically he could do. He could get athletic, go finish over the top, lay up and all that, but he's not doing all that step back threes. So he don't even understand the game. So they kind of divided. They like, yo, get rid of that guy if you could get somebody better.
Well, maybe he's young though. Maybe he still got time because I think he got still
Yeah, how old
potential.
is he?
Right?
How
He
old
got
is
He's
potential
like
though.
23, 22.
Oh
Yeah,
damn, yeah, he's
22.
mad young. He's mad. That
22.
guy. You never know. Like
But
3
but
years from now.
but I understand he's young, right? And I like to give kids
he? How
grace.
many
But
years in the league?
he been in the league for like 3 years now. I think he's
But
on
his
the 24th
issue
year.
was the same as CT. He's
Yeah.
inefficient.
Right.
Now he's athletic. He has actually more tools than Cam with the athleticism and stuff. Because Cam
Right.
is just crafty, right?
Crafty in the
Um,
shooter.
yeah, he's crafty.
What Jalen Green shooting probably like 44%.
I think he
No,
Cam
he's
is a
shooting
better
like
shooter than
42%
he is.
and
Though.
Oh damn.
33%.
Oh, and I was like
Priest,
lowballing.
but Priest, you
Pause.
in the league for 3 years. You about to go on 4 years. You got a good coach now. You had a good coach last year, and you still don't understand the game. You just step back three, and you don't nothing formulated. And then you got your other teammates around you. They young as you,
That's the
and they
thing.
manipulate the
That's
game
the
better than
thing
you.
with this league, and we see that with Jason Tatum. We see that with all these dudes. The
How was
reason
his
that
defense?
Boston
How is his defense though? Is
not
he
very
great
good.
defense? Not really good. Never mind. Never mind. You already know you know how that shit's gonna end up. If you don't play defense,
So,
it's gonna eat you up. NBA is gonna eat you up. You already know. A
so they're
pause.
already talking about trying to package him for Booker or package him for KD or
His
package him for
contract must be
Giannis or
his contract must be expiring now.
No, it's not.
No, did he
Mm-mm.
sign a new deal? I think they
I
locked
think
him
so.
in, right?
Yeah, I think they locked him in. Yeah.
Yeah, he signed an extension. Yeah,
He
he
got
signed
paid, didn't
he
he?
signed a rookie extension with a player option at the end.
How
Yeah.
much is he getting paid? Do you know? Let me bring it
I don't
up.
know that number off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't remember that. It should be close to Sengun if I'm not mistaken.
I'm
All
not
right, so hold on. Scott,
Yeah.
how you feel about the Wolves and their next opponent? You think the Wolves coming out the West? Whoever their next
Yeah,
opponent is,
yeah,
OKC
because
or
they
Denver.
playing good team ball right now. So I personally like team ball, and I could tell when a team is really good is
Mhm.
when one night somebody does something and the next night it's somebody else, because you try to shut it off, they switched, and then they can still flow, just like the Pacers, team ball, team action.
And they got a couple of big men or Rudy that protect the paint.
Can play
That shit helps.
defense,
That shit helps.
rim protection.
Yep.
I'll say this though.
Yep.
If OKC make it to the conference final, that bullshit they've been doing these past 2 rounds ain't gonna work with OKC. So you better tighten that shit the
That's
fuck
true.
up.
I got
Well, what you mean? What they making a lot of mistakes?
A lot of mistakes. You better be lucky you had a fat ass Luka Doncic on the court that you could take advantage of, and you better be lucky Dirty pulled his hammy, bro, because y'all didn't have an answer for that in game 1. Fuck that. You better lock the fuck in. All these motherfuckers that's coming on the OKC, because I'm giving OKC right now, because they in the league. I don't know if Denver could come back. I'm hoping they could, because I want Denver to make it, but I'm giving it to OKC right now because they in the league. If OKC
I think
make it to
Denver
the
gonna
conference,
win Game 6, and anything can happen in Game 7.
If
But
OKC
for right
comes
now,
out
Priest,
from the West though, they're definitely beating the Eastern team.
But Denver has.
It
But
doesn't
I'm
matter
gonna be
who
real
it
with
is.
you, Easy.
They definitely
Denver has really blew 2 of these games,
they
like
have.
straight up.
They have last game. They definitely blew for sure.
No, the last 2 games.
Thunder probably gonna sweep the
Mhm.
East. Maybe one game. I give East team one game. If the Thunder makes it, that's crazy. You know how Thunder in the regular
I think
season.
the West is gonna win the championship.
Who?
Whoever come out the West.
Yeah, definitely. No.
But
I mean, like, I want the Thunder to come out, to come out. You know what I mean?
Hold
From the
on.
West, just in case the orange and blue fucking trash motherfuckers. If they make it, you know what I
Player
mean?
one is
If
about
they
to
make
get
it.
banned for that comment.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
no,
on.
I'm saying no. I ain't saying that. Whoa. You know what I mean? God forbid.
No, not you, P.
Oh, my bad. I'm saying like just in case. You know, I'm not saying they're
Breezy,
gonna
you see
make
what's
it, but
going
if
on
they
there?
make it,
Yeah,
Thunder's gonna
man.
Player one
sweep
shit.
them.
Oh shit. But hold on,
See,
bro.
I don't want. I feel like Team Wolf, man, and the moon coming out, man. Y'all trying to Y'all trying to turn me to this net fan wolf, man. When y'all do this, I just
What?
accidentally put fans on timeout, man. I don't want to be
Because
this
what I
guy,
said.
man.
Oh no, I ain't saying
Not
it. I'm
you,
saying
people.
because
You ain't even paying
because the
attention.
injuries, the motherfuckers
People,
might maybe
no,
People,
not
have.
you.
calm down, bro. Calm
Not
Peoples,
down.
you,
We
we're
ain't
not
Marcus.
talking
talking
about
about
you,
you,
Peoples.
bro.
Talking
Say it
about
again.
player one.
God damn, nigga.
What'd you say, Breezy?
I said
Not
we talking about
you,
player
people.
one. We ain't talking about you.
Oh no,
He
no, I'm
switched
saying
his,
no. I'm just
he
saying
switched
when
his
I said
whole
the origin
avatar. Hold
rules.
on, he
When I
had
said
a
origin,
Brooklyn. He had a Brooklyn avatar, and then we started talking about the Knicks in the finals, and he changed it from his avatar to the Knicks and put Nick colors in the chat.
Oh,
He
I
definitely
see.
who did
took
Oh
one
that?
yeah, sure enough.
What
player
the?
one.
Yeah.
What? Yo,
It's Adam
is he a Knicks
Scott.
fan?
These
I mean, is
people
he a
bad and
Hicks fan?
pathetic,
Is he?
bro.
He's probably a Hicks fan. He's probably a Hicks fan. He gotta be. He gotta be a Hicks fan. That's crazy.
No, he
That's
was a
crazy.
Nets fan up until 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Bad and
Yeah.
pathetic.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
you wait. So he changed from the Nets thing to to trash Hicks.
Not even the full
Trash
24
hits.
hours, man.
The tangerines.
Not even a full stream. Look up
Yo,
in where.
Tangier. Yo,
Look at
somewhere Leaf ears are
But
banging like
yo, and
yo.
crazy.
again,
If
I
Leaf
I
was in
don't
here, he
hold
would
on.
be
Let
bugging
me
out right now.
hold on. Let me apologize because I don't know how this happened. You know, I don't know how this could ever happen. Um, a Net fan turned a Nick fan right before my eyes. I never
Yo,
thought this would happen on my page, and I'm sorry to all
you
of the
have to get
fans.
rid of him, Breezy,
Like, what
soon
am
as
I
possible.
doing wrong with my life right now? Like, what's happening right now? Like, what am I doing
Nothing.
wrong
Block
as
the
a Nets
player
fan?
one and block what's
Nothing.
his name? What's that guy name? Otis?
Yo, Nets fan,
Nah,
I'm gonna need therapy behind this, man. I'm gonna tell
No,
a
it
Nah,
ain't
you
no.
good.
See,
You
therapist
this
I
is the
good.
seen a
thing.
Knicks
This is the
fan,
thing
a
what
Net
folks
fan
don't
become a
realize.
Knicks fan in my chat.
This is the
Like,
thing that folks don't realize. Breezy don't have an issue with Knicks fans, but that shit right there is
that's
sad
why.
and pathetic.
Yo, that's wild,
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy.
That's
man,
some shit
all
bad.
we said is what
Growing
if
up in New
it
York, I
happened
know
and
you
then
done
you
seen plenty Knicks fans in your hood or whatever wearing that garbage. But come on, bro.
Yeah, they got plenty of podcasts for Nick fans.
Yo,
yo,
I
I'm
was over
telling
there
you.
like 42nd Bryant Park, and I seen like
Do
four
you
white
know how
people talking about the
insufferable?
Knicks. That shit made me
Let
want
me
to throw
let
up.
me make this statement real quick. Peoples. Do you know how insufferable they would be if they even make the finals? Do you know how? Come on.
How
I
annoying they're
hope
gonna
not.
be.
Yo, son. Oh my
They
Why
God.
that's
gotta
so
make it out
bad?
the second round, man.
We
Why
can't
is
have
that
that.
so bad,
Listen, I
bro?
wish them luck. I wish them luck. Do your
No,
I don't.
thing.
Scott. No,
Do
don't say
your
that.
thing. Do
You're
your. Well, I
crazy.
wish you luck. Do
No.
your
Yo,
thing because I don't want to hear it when my team get there. I don't want to
right.
hear no
But you going
negativity.
here it anyway.
You're gonna
That's
hear
why.
it. Yeah, don't
Yeah,
say
but
that,
I'm a
Scott.
blast
Do
it
you know,
on. I'm a
Scott?
blast
Do
it
you
on
know
them.
how they was hating on us when we was finna beat
I
Milwaukee?
know. I know. I know.
Don't say that, Scott.
I know.
You gotta whisper. Don't say it.
We
They
ain't
know.
gotta do the
Remember.
same thing they doing. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing they doing. Absolutely right.
Yeah, they
I'm
do it.
petty
Oh.
like that.
They do it though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They
They-
they ain't gonna have enough. You
Not
already
only
know.
that,
They ain't
he
gonna have
still
enough.
would
You
Not
see what
all
I'm
the way.
saying?
hold on.
Listen,
Not only that,
hold on. I gotta say this. You know,
Oh shit.
a co-host I used to do this show called to Big Priest Point. That's why I'm saying this story. Um, I used to do the show called KVN Who Run the City, Knicks vs Nets Who Run the City podcast.
Right.
Bro, they won that game in Boston. He came in. He never comes in the chat. He comes in
Yep.
the chat and says, "Fuck them picks." Now, I ain't seeing him in the chat tonight. Mikal Bridges, 4 for 14.
9 points.
He not in the chat.
9
I
points.
get it, but I'm just saying. Nah, don't try to steal my slogan, player one. This you taking
What's
it.
wrong with him saying fuck them pigs? What is going on here, bro?
No, I'm saying I ain't saying that. I'm saying he don't never. I don't see him in the chat often, and
Yeah,
I
he
ain't see him
happy,
in.
bro. 3-1 lead. You think you about to go to the conference finals in forever? Y'all been trashed for forever, bro. Like, oh yeah, these niggas up on their ass.
Yeah, that's not even what I'm mad at right now, man. Player one, man.
No,
Stop it, man.
You just mad the minute you see the K and the N,
Breezy said
you
the way with the
already
voice.
on
He said,
timing,
"Stop,
nigga. Don't
stop
play,
it."
bro. You just stop playing, bro. The minute you see the 2 letters pop out, you like, I don't even need to see nothing else. Fuck that. fuck y'all, and I'm going off. That's
You
what's going on here, bro. That's
You
what's
gotta
going
say it like
on.
Dave Chappelle. Cut the malarkey, player one. Cut the malarkey.
You can't even say the
Real.
fucking. You can't even say the fucking the Knicks name out loud, bro. It's like Voldemort, nigga. Like what
You
the
can't.
fuck you doing?
Yeah, just like Voldemort. You're right. A candy man.
When you
Don't
say that
say
shit, Avada, nigga, you're dead. Yo, what you doing?
That's crazy. Yo, but nah, I think that
Them
Orange and
hoops
blue
got
don't
big
rhyme
names.
with us, man.
That's another
Don't
thing.
rhyme with us.
You want
I
them
think
to
yeah,
take
I think that
Midtel to the finals? You want that on? Come on, bro.
but my thing
That's
is again,
disgusting. That's really
no,
disgusting.
seriously, but
I give
that's
more
the
credit
thing.
to Jalen Brunson. I give more credit.
No,
to Jalen
hold
Brunson.
on. But that's another thing people got to realize too is that in the stat where they show how many games that Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum played together on the floor at the same time, not just on paper, but on the floor at the same time. It's a lot. It's more than any other duo currently in the NBA. So to see Jalen Brown step up and win this game was huge because we never really seen them by themselves run the team. They like always been together.
A tandem, right?
No,
Yeah,
Jalen Brown got there
Josh
years
Hart
before
got
him.
salty.
They always
I seen
been
that.
healthy. That's why
I'm
they
trying to-
always
Yes,
been healthy.
exactly. You're right, EC. They always been
Jalen
healthy.
Brown got there a year before him, though.
That's true.
Right. He got there a year before.
Yo, I
Yeah.
know.
One season. I guess.
Breezy, I know y'all seen that AT&T commercial. That shit was so fruity when they seen the old boy play for the
Breeze,
Timberwolves.
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
You
talking
seen
about.
that?
Right there, boy.
Peoples.
Breeze. Okay.
Yeah, Peoples.
No, I'm talking about I
Yo,
watched
shit
them
like that,
play
you gotta get
together
up on it like
forever.
that,
It's
my
like
nigga. I'm
Brunson
telling you. So
and Josh
Yeah.
Hart. And
what you about to do right
Peoples.
now? You nipping in the butt. You gonna keep on letting it rock because once you hit
Peoples.
1K, my nigga. All right.
Yo, Peoples.
Yep.
Peoples. Hold on, that's not the topic of discussion right
Oh
now.
no, I'm just saying. Like I know y'all probably seen the AT&T commercial. That shit. Oh my
No.
God.
I didn't see it.
Yo.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. If I see
You didn't see it? Yeah. So basically, it was
I
like
get it
Dante
back to you
DiVincenzo because they're
once I
not
see
together.
it.
It was like a.
But
It was
nah,
like
you
a
ain't gotta
comeback.
tell me. You ain't gotta tell me.
I got you. Yeah, that.
Yeah,
I,
But
you, I know what. I know what you mean.
Jalen
I know exactly
Green's
what you mean with
contract
that.
is $12 million. He's an unrestricted free agent in 2026.
Yeah.
So his contract is actually doable because it was heavy. It was up front, and the 3 years he was there as 19, it kept regressing his cap. So he's making less money this year than last year. So he can be traded. He could be traded.
Okay.
He can be traded. All right. I mean,
Yo,
sometimes players go to other places and they find themselves. It has a lot to do with the coaching.
Man, that dude
Because
be finding that fingernail polish. He need
Maybe
to
he
find
did,
something
maybe he
else to
can't
do
deal
with
with
his time.
that coach defensive minded thing where
I was just about to bring that up.
he
Scott.
puts a lot of pressure on him to play D.
But he's probably not even putting him like in best position to maximize
Right.
his offense.
Right.
So.
So maybe he'd be better somewhere else.
But then at that point, like what am I doing for you, Scott? Like I'm trying to cater to your offense. Like we're in a winning situation. Like,
well, he he came into the league and he didn't have to think about that. You know what I'm saying? He came in, I'm the man.
Yeah, but you have
when you're in a
that
small
warn you,
market. Well, Houston is not a small market.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No.
I don't know.
And you have vets that warned you from before. When you have Paul Silas as your coach, like, yo, you better lock in and start paying attention and lock in. Now you're at the point where all you could do is step back threes, and they know that shit. So it's like, well, all right, so what else you got? You ain't got nothing else. 5 points, 8 points, 12 points.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, who y'all talking about? What player? Who y'all talking about?
Jalen Green.
Oh, Jalen Green. Oh yeah, nah, Jalen Green. Yo, he was how bad? I know he was bad. He was bad against the Dubs.
And the crazy thing is, Amen then took his spot as the guy with the top potential.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know Udoka looked at him and was like, "Yo, you're not that guy."
Like Jalen Green, but he always can get a shot.
Yeah, that's true though. Yeah,
he was too quiet in that series versus the Warriors, bro.
Yo,
he
Dubs
was trash.
Dubs didn't even like notice him. I feel like they didn't even pay attention.
He wasn't
He worried
disruptive
about
to the
Dre, and then
defense.
he worried about playing basketball.
Yeah,
He
and my
might he
thing,
might
my
want
thing
out.
is,
He
see,
might
my
want
thing
out.
is, listen, this is what I'll be saying, right, about player development, not necessarily about him specifically, but with a player like Sagoon that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, draw
Yeah.
another defender in the paint,
Right.
you gotta develop a catch and shoot. You have to, bro.
You have to.
Like you for you to ignore the gravity that Sagoon brings on the offensive side of the ball, it
Right.
shows that yeah, you could be creative and be athletic, but with a player like Sagoon, you need to develop a catch and shoot. If anything, if any, you know what I'm saying? I ain't giving him no game, man.
I don't think the catch and shoot is a problem. I think you need to learn the game and know how they affect you. Like they watching
That's what
tape,
I'm
my brother.
saying.
You need to be watching tape too and know how to like analyze the game and where you could be effective at. Now I could understand the coach not putting you in spaces, but you on that court, my nigga. You a grown ass man, my nigga. If you fucking Drea, you should have enough mouth to be like, give me the fucking rock when I need it, bro. So when they deny you at the 3-point line, you need to figure out ways to get to the cup, bro. Can't just be step back three all the fucking time. If they take that away, you just gonna hide in the corner, bro. You take yourself out the game, bro. There's NBA players on the court, bro. There's tells, bro. If you was always at the top of the key,
he's mad young
hold on,
though.
people, hold on, people. If you was always at the top of the key trying to break somebody down for a step back, I fucking defend you, contested 3-4 times in a row. You look down and now you're in the corner with your fucking hands on your knees. You gave me a towel. I did my job. Have fun for the rest of the game.
Yeah, maybe he was nervous because he was nervous because of the, because
you're not nervous, bro. Don't give him no out, bro. These niggas not
He's
nervous,
older
bro.
than Amen Thompson, and Amen Thompson balled out.
Balled out, bro. It's not nervous, bro.
But he's, I think he's
look how
talented,
Amen got
though,
it, bro.
physically.
But look how Amen got it, bro. If he couldn't get it off the bounce, he got it off the fucking hustle, off the second chance, nigga. Getting into the teeth and trying to do something in there. You can't just keep on fucking playing your game.
Right.
When you're on this team, this Houston Rockets team right now, you need to be the perimeter breakdown guy. You need to be causing havoc on the perimeter where they have to send two to you, so now Sengun can get lifted up. But now Sengun have to do all the work inside, and you are ineffective. You made Sengun's job harder, bro. You gotta learn the game, bro. You gotta learn the game, bro.
And what he is kind of scrawny though, right?
He actually makes 33
he's like
million
170,
dollars
180 or
this
some
year.
shit, like pounds.
Yeah,
he's pretty scrawny guy.
So he's 105 million.
Yeah, they already signed his extension. Didn't kick in yet.
Right,
yeah.
It didn't kick in yet. That's why I'm seeing 12.
So Jalen Green is gonna make like 40 million, right?
33.
That's crazy.
Per year.
You play that bad. Again, like I said, I don't care about making money. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a luxury tax.
No, I'm talking about what
they
he,
paying
for the playoffs,
tax
what he can do. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I just debate that he better than Cam Thomas, bro.
Nobody's picking that shit up.
You can't say he's better than Cam because you never seen him.
Measurables are better, but neither one of them are efficient.
No,
hold on, JDJ said Jalen Green is the Stromile Swift of guards, all athleticism and no b-ball IQ or feel for the game. Okay.
Nah, he's not that bad though. He can.
I remember Stromile. I like Stromile Swift, man. He used to be dunking the shit out that ball. No lie,
man.
For the Grizzlies, and they came to the Nets, became kind of mediocre. He didn't even dunk that much.
See, a player like
you can
him
like
need
about
to be in a
Stromile
situation
is
that
fucking
fits
name,
him.
bro. That's a fire name. That's the only thing.
That is a weird ass name though, Stromile.
That's the only
nah, Swift, the Swift part of it, the Swift name.
The whole
Swifty,
thing
huh?
is fire.
So he's Stromile and Swifty.
That's the only thing that's good about him. The whole thing is
to be
fire.
honest, I
Stromile
think a
Swift.
team like Indiana would be a good fit for him.
Yes,
with a coach like
so.
Rick Carlisle.
Probably so, because Rick will run you.
Yo, imagine if the Pacers win the championship. What the fuck?
You know what?
Pick them over the New York Knickerbockers.
Can you imagine?
So Priest, I would say in theory, yeah, but I don't trust this little kid, bro. Can you give it up, bro? Because you were getting like a lot of shots over at the Rockets. Can you give it up? This is committee.
No, because he'll have a point guard, an actual floor general. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the difference. Even a team like San Antonio with Chris Paul. Chris Paul helps players get way better. Look at the jump Shea made. I think San Antonio will probably be better for him.
But I don't know, man. That kid CP kind of fraud though, man. I don't know. I know he got injured mad times, but he's fraud though. That's for the
No, I ain't
playoffs
talking
when it
about
comes
that. I
to.
ain't talking
I'm
about
just
him in
saying, like CP.
particular.
I'm just saying in general, CP. I never really liked him. You know what I mean? My boy, I'd be chilling with all the
No,
time. He'd be
I'm
like,
not
he's
talking
a
about
first
whether I
class.
like him or not. I'm talking about the fact that he helps young players improve.
Oh yeah, he's a great pass. Obviously, yeah, he's great. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about him as far as him individually. I don't trust that guy when it
Yeah, I
comes to
wasn't talking about him
yeah,
individually. He's
facts,
old now.
facts.
Yeah.
But what he did for Shea, what he did for a lot of the young players that he's mentored, even what he did for Devin Booker, these players got better after being around him. So
True, true, true. No, he's a
But
I
great
wouldn't.
leader.
Hey,
Yeah,
matter of
great
fact,
leader.
but see, I wouldn't say I wouldn't mind him with us, but we're not even nowhere near to the
Ready.
point where.
Where his talent would be,
Yeah.
he'd be able to teach somebody. Well, maybe
well,
Jeremiah Fears. If we get Fears,
Yeah, but yeah. I think it's
I,
possible though. Y'all think it's possible? We're just gonna because we didn't win the lottery or whatever.
yeah.
They're just gonna say
But the thing
we're just,
is, the
no. I'm
whole
saying
lottery thing.
no. I'm talking about they're just gonna say like we're gonna go all out like Antetokounmpo, you know what I mean? Whoever we're
Oh,
gonna go
I'm
I,
not
all
sure
out.
they're
that's
doing that.
hold on. I gotta say, man, I gotta get some kind of sleep. But
right?
that's next episode.
Okay.
Scoop Robinson, I think he did an article. It's on Twitter. It's on X. I'm gonna get to it on the next stream. We can start with that. Look for that. We're gonna do the report that Scoop and some other stuff, playoffs. Just more shit we got coming for sure. But I want to say thank you for Big Priest pulling back up, People's Easy,
No
Scott
doubt.
pulling back up. I would go further than I'm saying, but I'm
Nah,
I'm
get some
I'm
rest.
tired of shit right now. Word.
He need another
Yeah.
$100 super chat. That's what's going on. He need another $100 super
Yeah,
chat.
nigga be
You need
invigorated
motivation.
then, right? Nigga be
Motivation.
invigorated then.
So,
Hey,
real quick though, everybody, whoever, what was it, 4 or 5 people, yay or nay? I say yay or nay. You already know. What's the name? Of going with the rookies draft picks or going for the all superstar team?
The draft
what?
picks.
What you
Uh,
asking right now, bro?
going for the
Oh,
like the
young.
superstars, or going with the whatever draft picks and
Oh,
Oh,
then
young.
tanking
draft
next
picks.
year.
Go
Which
draft picks, bro.
Draft
That's
Draft
such a
draft
picks.
picks?
that's such a vague question, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it
what
is.
superstars we
We
talking
gotta
about, bro?
unpack that. We
Well,
gotta
I'm
get to
saying,
that.
I'm
I
saying,
gotta,
because the
but I
Nets
can't.
gonna keep trying, like
Nah, hold on. You
Indiana's.
said I got a real quick question. A real quick question is, should I take a left at the next corner or some shit like
No,
that?
yeah,
Like
nah. I mean, like,
that's
that's more like
no.
I went over to Queens from Brooklyn. My
Oh,
bad.
okay.
I went over to Queens. I'm saying like just yes or no. Like, what do y'all think? Because of the
I said,
because of the
I
Nah,
answered
disappointment.
it. I said, go young.
We can't answer it that way.
I'm saying
People's like we
because of the
gotta,
disappointment
you
with the
know what I'm
draft picks.
saying? Peel back
Keep
the
Well,
the
layers.
keep the
well, well,
picks or
well,
go for free agency.
well. I don't know because like niggas be so like I don't know. Niggas can't like do two things at once. Like it can't. It seems like you can't fucking like look in the mirror
Listen,
and brush your teeth at the same time. Like it seems like it's impossible to do, my nigga. Because it
yeah, I
seems like
know.
it's impossible to dip into free agent and get a good vet. And it's impossible to get a fucking good player at the same time from fucking the draft. So like it's like I gotta choose either or. Like I'm a grown ass man, but I gotta get pigeonhole like a little bitch. Nah, bro,
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
answer this question, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I don't. It's not an either or for me. Like, cause then what
Right.
if there's a situation where like a player like at the level of
It's
Pascal
not an
Siakam pop
either
up,
or.
And
nigga.
I
I
say,
want that player on our team to do better. But niggas are like, oh, that's a star. We need to compete. Shut the fuck up and go in a corner, my nigga. I'm tired of hearing y'all niggas talk ball, bro.
that's
Shit
that
hurt my
armchair
fucking
GM
head,
stuff.
bro. Shit hurt my fucking head, bro. Niggas talking about ball. Saying some bullshit sometimes, my nigga. If you got a nigga like
You
Pascal,
know
that's
who?
niggas
You
gonna
know
It's
who
not up
understand,
to
doesn't do
bro.
us.
that?
I'm
You
just
know who
I'm just
doesn't do that
asking your
easy?
opinion. It's not up
You
to
know
Who?
who
us.
doesn't? You know
Whatever
who
they're gonna
doesn't
do,
do
Nets
that
gonna
easy?
do it.
Who that,
Whatever they're
Priest?
gonna do.
Me.
Yeah, you don't
That's
do
a
that.
fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
I'm
fact.
really
Shout
I'm
the
really better
Big
than all the
Pre, shout the
tankers.
Easy,
Nah,
I'm being honest.
please.
shout the Scott, shout the Peoples. This
Tanking don't
part
work.
2. Yeah, man. Last episode was fire. I couldn't clip it up, so y'all gotta listen to the whole thing or watch the whole thing. But it's dope, man. This one is good too, man. And again,
Oh, AI not working. AI not working.
The playoffs. Nah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I did that. But the
Well,
playoffs is
tomorrow you're gonna have Game 6 of OKC in Denver, so that's a good topic to start off with.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to pull up a little earlier too. But yeah, man, Nets fans is the best fans. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.
Peace. Peace.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna get out of here.